What if living to 100 wasn't some mystery, but something much simpler than we think? In the US, the average lifespan is about 76, but in Okinawa, Japan, it's 84. And it's not uncommon to meet people there who are over 100, still walking to the market, cooking their meals, even tending to their gardens. Take Dr. Shigeaki Hinohara, for example, Japan's most beloved physician. He lived to 105, and get this, he was still seeing patients at 100. No magic pills, no extreme diets. Just a simple, joyful way of living that he practiced every single day. So what was his secret? It wasn't about restriction or obsession. It was about rhythm. He ate the same simple foods daily. He kept his habits steady. And he found joy in small things like walking the stairs, sipping warm soup, or writing a letter by hand. Before he passed, Dr. Hinohara shared 7 key principlestiny shifts that helped him stay sharp, energetic, and deeply alive even in his final years. And today, we're going to explore those 5 principles together plus. I'll share the science behind them, stories of real people putting them into action, and how you can start today. Because maybe the road to a longer, healthier life isn't about changing everything. Maybe it's about changing just one small thing at a time. Let's begin. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you didn't finish everything on your plate? In the West, we're taught to eat until we're full, really full. Don't waste food. Clean your plate, right? Bigger portions, better value. But in Okinawa, Japan, home to some of the longest living people on earth, they follow a very different rule. It's called hara hachi bu, and it means eat until you're 80% full, then stop. Sounds simple, but it's powerful. Eating just a little less each meal gives your body a break. It lowers inflammation, reduces the wear and tear on your organs, and helps you stay at a healthy weight without dieting. Even researchers at the National Institute on Aging found that moderate calorie reduction is linked to longer life and better metabolism. Helen, a 68-year-old retired teacher, used to eat out of habit always, clearing her plate, even when she wasn't hungry. After discovering hara hachi bu, she began to pause during meals and ask herself, am I still hungry or just eating because it's there? The results? Less bloating, better sleep, and steady energy throughout the day. Try it tonight. Slow down. Take a breath between bites. And when you feel 80% full, pause. It's not about restriction. It's about respect for your body and for the life you still want to live. Let me ask you this. When you think of protein, what comes to mind? For most folks in the West, it's meat, steak, chicken, maybe eggs. We've been taught for decades that protein equals animal products. But in Japan, especially among long-living Okinawans, protein looks a little different. It often comes from soy. Think tofu, miso soup, natto, and edamame. Simple, humble foods that have fueled vitality for generations. And here's the surprising part. Soy isn't just good enough, it's powerful. Soy protein contains all the essential amino acids your body needs. But it also brings along isoflavones, natural plant compounds that reduce inflammation and support heart health. Plus, it's packed with prebiotic fiber that feeds your gut and strengthens your digestion. Studies show that regular soy intake can lower LDL cholesterol, protect bone density, and even support memory as we age. Frank, a 73-year-old Vietnam veteran, made one small change. He swapped out meat for tofu just twice a week. After a month, he noticed his blood pressure had dropped. His joints ached less, and he didn't feel so sluggish after meals. So maybe it's time we rethink protein not as just a muscle builder, but as a gentle medicine for long life. What if your next great health upgrade wasn't in a pill, but in a bowl of warm miso soup? Here's a question for you. When was the last time you had something truly alive on your plate? No, I don't mean fresh veggies. I'm talking about fermented foods, foods filled with living probiotics that do wonders inside your body. In Japan, especially among the long-lived elders of Okinawa, fermented foods are a daily ritual. Think warm miso soup, sticky natto beans, pickled vegetables, even seaweed. These aren't just cultural traditions, they're time-tested tools for health. Unlike a probiotic pill, fermented foods deliver more than just bacteria. They bring live enzymes, anti-inflammatory compounds, and a harmony of nutrients that support not only digestion, but your immune system, your joints, and even your brain. Let me tell you about Claire. She's 70. Used to struggle with bloating and low energy. She started every morning with a small bowl of miso soup. That's it. Within a few weeks, she noticed less stomach discomfort, more stable energy, and better bathroom habits. It's a small habit with a big payoff. So the next time you shop, ask yourself not just, is this healthy, but is this alive? Because sometimes the secret to long life isn't more medicine, it's more microbes. Let me ask you something. When did carbs become the enemy? In so many Western diets, we've been taught that if we want to live longer or lose weight, we need to cut out all carbs. But here's the twist. In Okinawa, Japan, home to some of the longest living people in the world over, 60% of their daily calories come from one surprising carb, purple sweet potatoes. Yes, you heard that right. Not bread, not pasta, but these vibrant purple gems. Purple sweet potatoes are rich in anthocyanins, powerful antioxidants that protect blood vessels and slow down cell aging. They also pack fiber to stabilize blood sugar, and they're full of vitamin C and potassium, great for your heart and immune system. And with a low glycemic index, they give you energy without those blood sugar crashes. Take Paul, 69. He was pre-diabetic and had cut out nearly all carbs, felt tired all day, always hungry. Then he tried steamed purple sweet potatoes a few times a week. The result? More energy, fewer cravings, and steady blood sugar. Maybe the key isn't less food. Maybe it's choosing better food even if it's a carb. Let's get honest for a second. Are we overcomplicating longevity? Dr. Shigeaki Hinohara, who lived to 105 and was still treating patients past age 100, certainly thought so. He didn't obsess over strict diets or count every calorie. Instead, he followed something much simpler, a gentle, joyful rhythm of life. His mornings, a warm bowl of miso soup, a walk outside, and a good book. He took the stairs instead of the elevator. He smiled, learned, and wrote until his very last days. His mantra was beautifully simple. If you want to stay young, stay joyful. It's a powerful reminder in a world obsessed with rules and restrictions. Just ask Marie, 71. She used to be consumed by labels, sugar-free, low carb, zero fat, but it only made her anxious. Inspired by Dr. Hinohara, she changed her pace. Now she walks in the morning, eats slowly, tends her garden, and not just her physical health, but her spirit does come alive again. Sometimes it's not about doing more. It's about living lighter, smiling more, and finding joy in the little things. Did you know loneliness isn't just a feeling, it's a silent health risk? Research shows that social isolation increases the chance of early death comparable to smoking 15 cigarettes a day. That's a powerful wake-up call about how vital connection really is. In Japan, many of the longest living people don't just focus on physical health, they treasure their friends and community. They gather for tea ceremonies, garden together, or simply spend time chatting with close friends. These moments help lower stress, prevent depression, and keep their minds sharp. Imagine calling an old friend once a week, joining a local class or walking group, or simply saying good morning to a neighbor. Small actions like these boost your immune system, steady your heartbeat, and remind you that you're valued, heard, and needed. Life isn't meant to be lived alone. Social connection is one of the most powerful keys to living longer, happier, and healthier. Did you know that after 60, keeping your brain active is one of the best ways to slow down or even prevent dementia? Dr. Shigeaki Hinohara, who lived to 105, kept writing books, teaching, and seeing patients at 100 years old. He believed curiosity and learning every day were the fuel that kept him going strong. Stimulating your brain by learning new things strengthens your neural connections, making your mind sharper and more flexible. It boosts your confidence and gives you a sense of achievement. Plus, it helps you adapt better to the fast changes in today's world and technology. Start small. Learn a new app on your phone, try growing a new plant, or cook a dish you've never made before. Write with your non-dominant hand, keep a journal, learn a new language, or play Sudoku for just 10 minutes a day. What if you spent a few minutes each day feeding your brain? Could this simple habit bring more energy, joy, and sharpness to your life? Have you ever wondered what the secret is to the remarkable longevity of Japanese people? Dr. Shigeaki Hinohara, who lived to 105, shared 7 simple yet powerful principles that can help us live longer and healthier every day. First, he emphasized eating until you're only 80% full. Not overeating helps digestion stay light and energy high. Second, increase plant-based proteins like tofu, lentils, and edamame for strong bodies without excess fat. Then, add fermented foods such as miso and pickled vegetables to nourish your gut and boost immunity. Instead of cutting out carbs completely, he chose purple sweet potatoes, a smart carb loaded with antioxidants, and great for blood sugar control. But it's not just about food. Living gently and happily, keeping social connections, avoiding loneliness, and constantly challenging your brain by learning new things every day are key. And here's what I really want you to remember. You don't have to change everything overnight. Start small, a simple meal, a moment of joy, or a phone call to a friend. These little habits, done consistently, can make a huge difference in your health and longevity.